What's happening, everybody? JayShockblast, and oh my goodness, thank you, Celebration Weekend. We have our first official trailer for Star Wars The Last Jedi, and I know a lot of people like reaction videos, but I don't know. I'm torn on that. Let me share a little quick story. I was racing home because I thought the trailer was going live at 12:30 Eastern Time, and I went to visit my mom at work. The Red Sox were there with their mascot and the Boston Red Sox, if you don't follow baseball. So I was visiting her at work and doing some stuff for her, photography-wise. And I was driving home, and I was at a red light. I happened to look at Twitter while I was at the red light, and it's actually funny. The first tweet in my feed was actually game unboxing reviews freaking out about the trailer, and rightfully so. So I'm like, oh man, it already went up. So I clicked on it and had to instantly pause it on a black screen because the light went green. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm driving. I'm like, I can't watch this and drive. So like I had to drive for like 3 minutes before I could find somewhere to pull over. I pulled over, plugged my phone into my stereo, and sat there on the side of the road and watched the trailer. I've since gotten home and watched it a couple times through. There's one thing that jumps out at me, and I'm going to make a separate video talking about that more in depth because of a certain character that I don't think is going to have anything to do with the movie, and we'll talk about that in another video. But let's start off by analyzing this trailer. It is crazy how much they can show by showing so little. And I want to start off with not a direct quote, but basically something that Adam Driver, who plays Kylo Ren, obviously, something he said in an appearance on one of the late night shows about Episode 8. He said he did not want any trailers for the movie, and I support that wholeheartedly. I also was against trailers. I have greatly grown to despise trailers because companies don't know how to handle them. The problem is how much is too much and what's not enough. This trailer was absolute perfection. It was full of mystery, and it did not outright tell you anything. And they could have basically recycled scenes from episode 7 and had it be what we saw in this film. It's nothing spectacular as far as, seeing new plot, particles of plot, but man, it tells a lot. It starts off with Rey on what is, I think, Skellig Island in Ireland. My Becky's mom and dad were actually, my girlfriend, her parents were out in Ireland and actually visited. They didn't actually go to the island, but they saw it in the distance, and they brought me back like a hat, something like that. I think it was a hat. So yeah, that's such a cool thing, and we see her there. I don't know what it's called in the movie, what planet they're supposed to be on, but that's where Luke was hiding. That's where we left them, and you can see Rey is training, and it sounds like it's Luke's voice is the narration throughout the entire trailer, although at the end it might switch to Kylo Ren. We'll talk about that in a minute. So Rey is learning the Force. You see her, pull at rocks that are just, there on the ground, and they slowly levitate. We see little, Luke asks her, what do you see? And then she says, light, the light. And it goes to a resistance base in what might be the back of Leia's head. We don't know, but it's a very brief shot of a resistance base, and they're looking at some things. Then she says the darkness, and we see a crushed Kylo Ren helmet. And obviously nothing spectacular, something we've seen before. I don't know if we actually saw his helmet crushed, but we know he lost his helmet in the explosion of the Star Killer base. And then we hear her talk about a balance, and it shows these old withered books, and a female hand slowly reaches in. And this is something this picture right here. This is something I want to talk about in another video. am I crazy? But that is the Old Republic Jedi logo, right? Like, the Old Republic has been non-canon. It was pushed into Star Wars Legends. I'm not crazy, right? That's the Old Republic Jedi logo. It's not just the Jedi logo, it's the Old Republic's. And, I mean, it's crazy because that brings the Old Republic back to the table. And there's been so much smoke about the Old Republic lately, when it comes to certain characters being featured in merchandise. And there's been rumors of a, Knights of the Old Republic game being worked on by BioWare. Theories that have been a little bit debunked, but who knows? It's possible. So that was really intriguing. That was, I think, out of everything in the trailer, that was the thing that got me the most excited. Just seeing that logo and embracing a past. It moves on, and we see, like, a bunch of really different scenes, but, Luke says everything is so much bigger, and I don't know, like, it's very, very mysterious, and I love it. So then we kind of go to some stereotypical scenes. You see a bunch of these newish looking vehicles, flying with, colors dragging from the ground. It's your stereotypical Star Wars flight scene where everybody's in pattern. I think we saw something like that where all the X-Wings were flying over the water on Takodana in the Episode 7 trailers. We see Finn in a chamber. Is he healing? What's going on? I've read some interviews, and I guess Finn has a really big part in this movie, and it's a little different. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, you never know with people speculating, but we see Poe and BB-8, getting chased by the First Order. We see, troopers walk in. Was one of them Captain Phasma? We think she escaped. We assume she escaped. I hope she escaped because she went out like a pansy for as awesome of a character she looked. We see the Falcon fly over. Who's flying the Falcon? Clearly Chewie's involved, but who's the actual pilot? Especially considering they dropped Rey off at the island with Luke. I'm pretty sure we saw Kylo Ren with R2-D2. I might be crazy there, but I'm actually, as I'm recording this, I'm going back real quick to see. It looks to be Kylo Ren with R2-D2. Oh yeah, we definitely saw Phasma. Phasma made it. So I'm playing it now on mute while I watch, but we see, like, and it might not be Kylo Ren with R2-D2. It might be Luke, but it's basically when we saw the Knights of Ren in some kind of a battle sequence with a burn down with fire everywhere. So a hooded figure takes a knee with R2-D2. So I'm actually thinking it's Luke and not Kylo, but it looks like there's a city on fire behind it. Just, crazy imagery. That's the best part about it. Rey running with her blue lightsaber. And then we see Kylo Ren, no mask, with his saber extended, with the cross crusader handles. And that is when a voice says, "I only know one truth. It's time for the Jedi to end." And it has Luke in a cave in the dark looking backwards. Now, I've had 14 operations on my ears. Sometimes perception is not good. And they did something with the voices in this trailer where they had some echo to it. And I can't make out if it's Mark Hamill. I've heard other people say that it's Mark Hamill, it's Luke saying this, but, like, I hear Kylo Ren saying it. Like, I only know one truth, it's time for the Jedi to end. I don't know, and maybe I'm wrong, and I freely admit this, but this is my bad hearing kicking in. It could be Kylo Ren, and maybe that's why there's the distortion on the voice. And it's being spoken in such a way, because, like, I'll be honest with you, that does not sound outright like Luke. So we'll see. I've tried listening to that part like 6 times, and it, for me personally, where I am in life, I can't understand I can't decipher it. You guys can certainly speculate down below. I encourage it. You can tell me outright, dude, it's definitely Luke. I'm okay with that. But, you know, what if it's not? What if it is Kylo Ren? That makes it even better. Although, I don't know, like, Luke saying it's time for the Jedi to end, we also have no context of that. If it is Luke, maybe that's one of the first things that he says to Rey, you know, and Rey convinces him otherwise. There's so many directions this could go, and it's fantastic as far as I'm concerned. So, what do you guys think of the trailer, man? Like, I love this trailer because it's a 2-minute and 12-second trailer, and in that we might have seen 30 seconds worth of clips completely out of context that we have no idea what they mean. We have no idea where they belong in the movie, but it's just enough to get us excited and hyped. And we know this movie is going to be phenomenal. I mean, I hope it's a 3-hour movie. It probably won't be. It'll probably be like 2, but seriously, this is the way I want the trailer to be, and I hope that Star Wars doesn't overkill it. This movie is going to shatter box office records. People are going to this movie because Star Wars is on the title. They don't need to show us anything else. I don't need a trailer 2. I don't need a trailer 3. I don't need a trailer 4. This is all I need. The problem is it's April 14th, and the movie's not out until December. That's 8 months away. We are at least 8 months away from Star Wars The Last Jedi. It says coming, you know, Christmas time. You know, it just says December. It doesn't have the exact date, but we're looking at mid to late December for this movie. All right, I don't need to see anything else. I don't want to see anything else. I'm going to do everything in my power to try and not watch any more trailers because I just don't want to be spoiled. I hate it. Like, I think of the Terminator Genesis trailer. I think that was what it was called. Like, they literally gave away the biggest plot twist in the movie in the trailer. I was going to see that movie in theaters, and as soon as I saw that John Connor was the bad guy, I instantly didn't go. I never went to see it. I did end up maybe not seeing it through the best of means, but I just, you can't give away your whole movie, and that is the biggest argument that I have about a lot of trailer making today. I've seen some people that are not happy about this trailer because it didn't show enough, but thank God, man. Just, dude, you know you're going to see it. It's freaking Star Wars. Just suck it up, Buttercup. Wait until the real thing comes out. You're going to be fine. You don't need to be told the story via trailer. So this is great. If they have to tweak it a little bit, fine. I don't want to see any new characters. Unfortunately, there's going to be toys that come out. There's going to be all sorts of stuff that leaks because of third-party vendors. And that stinks because I really want a surprise. I want to be surprised. I don't want to know about new characters. If that isn't Leia, I don't want to know who it is. You know, there's so many things that could happen. If there's new troopers with Phasma, I don't want to know. You know, if there's other people with... I don't want to see anything with Snoke. There's this Darksaber conspiracy going around right now. Man, I'm out of breath. I need to just go ahead and watch this trailer again. What did you guys think of the trailer? I'm hyped for this, man. Like, this is the perfect trailer to me. Again, I'd love to know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see ya.